Yo, 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 hey, 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 hey. All right, all right, all right, all right. That's right. Be a lot cooler if you did. Whole lot cooler if you did. What is up, YouTube? It's Trader the Living here. We're going to talk about the Behringer JN-80. It's the hot news of the day. Let's get into it. Do have to work early. I'm a little tired. It's been a long day, but I'm hyped. I saw the Scent Samurai went live right as I was getting off work. I was listening on the stream on the drive back to town. I work out of town, so I got to commute back. And exciting news. I'll be honest, when I first saw the and heard the demos from NAMM, I wasn't like that blown away by it. I didn't think, I was like, I've got some really good VSTs of the Juno clones. There's a really good one actually on the MPC, which I really like and I've used a lot. Also the Arturia one. So I was like, not that blown away by it. But then today it was fully announced by Behringer. Hopefully this sounds okay. I'm seeing some weird stuff on the audio here. Let's see. Some of you guys in the chat, let me know if the audio is okay, if you don't mind. We got what's up, attorney, and let's go. Let's fucking go. Yes, the official Renegade synth, the certified Behringer Bros synth, which love them or hate them. The Behringer Bros, they came into their own today. This is a great day for all renegades, all blue collar working synth channel, synth collectors, synth players, people who like to mangle waveforms and do things. The guys that spend all their work hard and spend their money on of their own hard-earned money to own synthesizers as opposed to being sent them by companies. Yeah, man, I want to talk about it. Sounds good. Thanks. What's up, probes? Good to see you guys. Thanks for joining in. I just wanted to pop on and talk a little bit about the JN-80 and what I think about it, and my one big question that I have about it. Now, after we'll watch a little bit of the video, just to we won't watch the whole thing. I know Echo was just on and watching it, and I know everybody's probably seeing quite a bit of it today. But I wanted to get on because I'm hyped, guys. I'm freaking pumped, man. It is something special to me, and like I said, I wasn't that hyped, that excited initially, but after hearing it today, now, I never got to play the original. I got to play a 106. A friend of mine had the 106, but I never played the 60, the 6 voice. It's one of those synths that's just freaking iconic, right? I mean, it's been on so many albums, so many things, so many. It's just and that Juno chorus, Now, I don't usually get really hyped about a lot of these remake, reissue type synths, but there's been many times where I've thought about trying to get one, an original. And as we know, the prices have just gone up and up and up and up and up, and they're in the thousands now. And I'm never gonna spend thousands of dollars on a vintage '80s synthesizer. I'm just not gonna do that. Components and old electronics, a lot of maintenance, a lot of, it's just not worth it to me for the price and whatnot. So, watching Samurai's stream earlier, well, I saw a little bit this morning. I saw the Behringer video as I was making my coffee, doing morning routine, getting the fam ready before I went to work at the mine, literally a mine, which it's not that bad. I'm not at mining. I'm a maintenance tech out there. So I work in a laboratory out there, but that's neither here nor there. But I was really impressed with the sounds I heard, and huge props and shout out to the Scent Samurai who got, we'll see, has a guest appearance in the video, which was freaking awesome and really cool to see. But yeah, guys, the JN-80. We'll watch a little bit of the video, and then I'm gonna talk about it a little bit and tell you guys my big question and my one concern. Um, but I will say that after watching the video and then watching Samurai's stream and then checking out some more sounds, listening to it, I jumped on it and pre-ordered it. So for the price and what it is, it's a no-brainer to me. You know, to have an actual, Juno Juno 60 with 8 voices and polyphonic aftertouch, and I mean it's freaking, it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. Now, I've been pretty picky on the clones or whatever, the remakes, whatever you want to call them. The ones I've picked up, I have it's down here because I had to move my keyboard, my some stuff around here. But the VC 340 vocoder, which I absolutely adore and love. I think that's one of the best products that they've done and remade. I think a lot of people sleep on it. You'd be really blown away, and I think that's going to be on the next, this weekend when I do another on the desk. That's going to be what I'm going to have, and I may use that with my as a dual demo with either the Lost and Found or the Echo Locator for an effect. But I also, the first one I got, the very first scent I got from Behringer was the 2600 clone, and I love that thing. I absolutely love it. It's staying in my studio forever. And then after that, I got the coat. Well, I had I'm sorry, no. So the VC 340 was the first. Then the 2600. Then I got the Cobalt Expander, which I absolutely love. And then recently I picked up, as you guys might have saw, I did a little just demo of my first fumblings around with the what is it, the 2XM, which is a remake of the Oberheim 2-voice modules, which I did make a mistake in that. I didn't realize till after I did that demo, guys, that like when I was having problems tuning, I had all of the fine tunings all the way to the left, and I didn't realize that till I was done with the video. So I was playing with it more last night, and the tuning is not as much of an issue as I initially thought. I was having problems, and that was part of the problems. I couldn't get it to be exactly. And anyhow, so see what else we got here. We got dun 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 dun. We got Maximum Slack, Max Slack himself, the myth of legendary proportions. Good to see you. Yeah, buddy. Glad you're jumping in, dude. I always appreciate you checking out all of my jams and always commenting, and like you're a good dude, Max. I'm glad you enjoy what I do. And we got the Albanian Syndicate. What's up? Let me bring this over so I can see. Let's see. Hopefully that doesn't screw. You guys should be fine. All right, man. What's up? What's up? All right, guys. Thanks for joining in. So let's do this. We're gonna bring this over here and bring this over here, and I'm gonna jump in and do this and go full screen, and then I will jump over and let me know if the sound is okay on the video. We're just gonna watch a little bit of the video just so anybody who might not have seen or didn't catch it all. Let's see what we got here. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. My bad. Hang on. My bad. I gotta switch. There we go. Okay. Now let's try that again. Let's see. Okay.
So get this. It's been almost 9 years since the DeepMind 12 was released.
Shut up, Patchdog.
Wow, what a ride we've been on at Behringer since then. And it was of course based on the legendary Juno 106. But in the world of DCO synthesizers,
What up,
the
Banana
Juno
Rider?
60 was often viewed as the top dog for its much more substantial analog architecture,
like I
especially
said,
with its fully analog modulation.
I've got to play on a real 106 when I was younger. I had a friend who had one. Never got to put my hands on a 60. So always wanted to.
And its fully analog DCO clock. So, if there was ever a DCO synthesizer worth reviving,
I'm gonna jump ahead, guys, but let's listen. Holy cow! I've seen a few comments, people saying, "Oh, I don't like the way it looks," or "It's like they messed up the UI and stuff." I think it looks amazing. I think it looks really, really cool. Looks exactly like that dream of the '80s. You know, a synthesizer I'd never own, and they're bringing it in. It's basically $700. And I did pre-order $714 with taxes from Sweetwater for a Juno 80, an 8-voice Juno with freaking poly aftertouch. It's a MIDI poly aftertouch controller, so you can use it. Yeah, I mean this thing. It's mind-numbingly badass, guys. I'm hyped. I'm hyped. So let's. Classic analog.
So, for all you weird and wonderful synthesists out there that appreciate a good analog comeback, here it is at last, the hotly anticipated Behringer JN-80. What a synth, packed with polyphonic goodness, a gorgeous analog chorus, and that unmistakable sound and character heard on so many classic records. And it is of course a faithfully created reproduction of that legendary Japanese synthesizer, the Juno 60. And though that was famous for its 6-voice architecture, we couldn't resist the urge to supercharge this one to a much more satisfying 8 voices.
I mean, an 8-voice Juno is gonna be sick with polyphonic aftertouch. I mean, come on. Probe says, has to be said, sounds good, but I'll wait for a desktop version. You know what? That was my first initial thought too, Probes. And maybe if I would have had more time to have dealt with my gas a little bit, where I might have thought of that too. Because right after I did, I was like, where the hell am I going to put another full-size keyboard? And I think it's 49 key, isn't it? So it's not as big as the Muse or the Quantum. I don't know. Grandmother might have to move. Maybe I'll move grandmother over closer to the Moog semi-modulars, and I'll figure it out. And my daughter, she heard this demo, and she's like, "Oh, Dad, you can put that one in my room," because she's got I've been switching different synths out with her, so maybe I'll put something in her room. We'll do a little switch around now that I think I'm gonna put a 2-tier rack for her so she can have 2. She's using the Teenage Engineering KO2 with a couple cents, and anyhow, yeah, I'll make it work. The last thing I would have thought I would be getting would be a full keyboarded synth instead of desktop rack mount stuff.
Not bad. And it's a synth sound that made its way onto many a classic record. From the likes of Eurythmics using it on Sweet Dreams, to George Michael famously taking one home and recording some of Wham's biggest hits with it, and also Enya's breakthrough album Watermark, where she was famously quoted as saying regarding the synth, "We wouldn't part with it for anything in the world."
When I was young, my mom used to listen to Enya all the time. And like back then when I was like, I don't know, was that like freshman in high school or around that time? Cause I'm that old. I remember just like, I was into metal and punk and stuff. And I liked jazz and other music. And I did like some electronic music. I liked Kraftwerk and different things back then, but there was something about Enya. I think it's because like, when your parents like something. I just was like, Enya's like the worst. Now I can appreciate Enya. So just saying.
And of course, we can't fail to mention the impact it had on early house music and European rave culture,
So
with the
much.
likes of OG Chicago house legend Larry Heard, Liam Howlett of The Prodigy, and
yeah.
Daft Punk all incorporating
Daft Punk,
its sound into their first
it is a
breakthrough
legendary
records.
synthesizer.
And in more recent years, with
Absolutely,
urban
without
producers
question.
like hip-hop legend
And
Mike Dean, using it on
mean,
Kanye's smash hit Stronger, and Canadian funk masters Chromeo also using it as their main workhorse synth throughout
it
their
still
first album.
sounds so good. That's one thing I'll say about a lot of the 80 synths, like the DX7 and famous ones. Like, I don't think they like always hold up a lot of, at least on the stock sounds. I know you can program stuff on with FM on the DX7 and there's other synthesizers, but there's something about the Juno that's still like very much relevant and useful in music today. And I'm just a huge fan of sliders over pots, over knobs. I think sliders are amazing. I love to use, and man, just to have a freaking Juno, an 8 voice. I'm way hyped on this, guys. And I didn't think I would be. No room, I know. She is a beauty. Listen to that. Could do a whole album on this thing. Okay, we're gonna jump ahead. Like I said, we're not gonna watch the entire video, but we'll just kind of skip ahead a bit. So we got the layout. Yeah, I mean,
circuitry.
classic
There's the
layout.
authentic 662 VCA design, ADSR envelope, and yes, those beautiful
Okay, here we go.
Roman.
Here we go, guys. So this is the one question I have, and my big concern is, we know part of what made the Juno great and is what is so legendary about it is that chorus. That chorus is, is a sought after sound in itself. I use VST versions of it. I think there's some pedal forms of it out. It seems like a lot of people get it wrong. If they didn't get close, because I know this demo sounds great and stuff, but I want to hear, my big concern, my big question is, did they nail the chorus? At least close enough to make it, that's the one thing. And we'll find out. But for the price, I mean, I can put a chorus, you can put an effect after it. It's not going to be a deal breaker, because I considered that heavily when I thought about it. But, the magic, right? The immediacy counts for a lot. Love to hear a collab with Tito. Oh yeah, Probes. I've been trying to. She's very shy. Because she sings really well. I've been trying to get her to do vocals for me. But yeah, we've been doing some stuff. Maybe we'll do a track at some point. She's kind of just. I'm trying not to like pressure her too much. She's in learning and do her own thing. She's playing a lot of video game music stuff from the Zelda series and Undertale and the games that she really likes, and she's getting really good. She's getting really good on the keys. I'm very, very impressed with how quickly, and she's got a really good ear. She can hear something and then find it. She's been able to do that since she was like little, even on her like toy little pianos and keyboards. When she was little, she could hear something and like stuff from Kiki's Delivery Service and Miyazaki movies and stuff. So she's definitely got some talent, probably more talent than me, natural talent. But yeah, man, I appreciate that. I'll definitely post something. Can't wait to see the comparison with the Roland Boutique. Yes, attorney, and that is the one. That's right. The JU0, is it the JU06? That one is. And that's what I was really thinking about getting, was the boutique one, because I'm not going to get the Juno X. It's just it's expensive and it's big. That was like not something, nothing against the Juno X. I think it sounds amazing and stuff, but the JU, I wonder how this, because that one is digital too, right? The JU0X. It's not. This one is an actual analog Juno. It's like it's nuts. Let's see. That's how I started. Oh yeah, play your favorite games. That's what's up. Let's see. Yeah, all right. Let's listen to it a little more. But that's my big question, guys, is the chorus, because that's going to be the thing everybody is going to be the most critical about, right? I mean, let's be honest. If it can sound really good, but if it has like a really like convincing Juno chorus, they're going to sell 1 billion of these things. I really think so. I think it's going to be like the most, probably the biggest, most popular clone remake thing they've ever done. And you know what? How stupid must Roland feel that they're doing this first? I mean, they came out with the TR-1000. They've gone back to analog. How could they not have released a modern Juno that's analog? And we'll probably see one, but it'll probably be like $3,000 or something, knowing them. Or let's see, $27.99. Is that the price of they're going for? So yeah, the chorus, guys. I don't know. That's my big question. And I know I'm not alone. Samurai mentioned that he also, I put a comment about it in Echo's stream, and he but like Renegade certified. Let's see.
Numeral 1 and 2 buttons for that gorgeous analog BBD chorus. Then you've got a super intuitive programmer
I want to see more on that
display
chorus.
for configuring settings and accessing the 256 onboard program memories. And you've also got quick fire assignable preset recall. Pretty nice.
Sweet.
Then we have the performer controls on the left here with pitch, filter bending, LFO trigger, as well as the master volume pot. And it's got full MIDI implementation of all the controls, so great for working with the DAW. There's a 49-key keyboard that has built-in aftertouch. And on the back panel, it's loaded with high-quality jack audio outputs, sync, sustain, and CV, as well as MIDI, DIN, and USB connections.
Man, I am a huge proponent of 5-pin full-size MIDI connections. That's one thing I don't like about many modern synths and devices, is all these little other forms. I don't like USB MIDI. I don't like any of it. Just give me old school 5-pin DIN till death. And thank you. And in, out, and through. So yes, thank you. And then look at this. This is beautiful. Beautiful. It's got a sync, man. It's got that. That's exactly what I would want to see right there. The only thing that I would say would make it better would be if it had an input, because I am also a huge fan of synths with inputs and being able to run other stuff through them. But yeah, let's finish this up. So we'll.
And one of the distinctive aspects of this classic circuit, making it somewhat of an outlier compared to the vintage synths of that era, was its single DCO per voice architecture. But what the engineers at the time considered might be a potential disadvantage actually turned out to be one of its biggest draws, since it's for that precise reason that they added the now beloved and iconic chorus module. But even with a single DCO per voice with its full analog signal path and now 8 voices, this thing can still do a lot of heavy cooking. So let's go ahead and check out some of the raw sound of the oscillators to get an idea of the core sound.
It's gorgeous. My God, this with the Muse, getting the analog sound, but like having those two together. I mean, I'm just already just envisioning like such like stuff like redoing songs that I have tracks that I've been working on for this album that like I may end up redoing and changing stuff on, because having an actual that I've used the VST versions of my software Junos, that just putting this, changing it out, I mean it's gonna be night and day. As good as I can make those sound, nothing sounds like the real deal to me, to my ear. Nothing wrong with using software, but I'm excited to use this thing. It's gonna be hard to wait. May, I think, is what it said on Sweetwater. So what will be February, March, April? About 3-4 months. Fingers crossed. Skip ahead. Just iconic sounds.
I'm recording with this.
When people talk about like the good sounds of the 80s, the sound of the 80s, like those pianos on the DX7s and stuff, like to me that's like a big turn off, because I've used those sounds in the past and they're just that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not, I like FM and stuff, like done in certain ways, but not those sounds. These sounds, when I think of the iconic, amazing 80s sounds I love, it's Juno. It's Roland.
Analog gem is an absolute joy, with loads of flexibility for programming sounds with character that can inspire great records. And there's a lot of flavor.
I'm not gonna lie, when I was watching this the first time, man, I almost shed a tear, you guys. I was like just so like, holy crap, because I was listening on headphones, and it was just on my AirPods. I was watching the video on my phone, like making coffee, making lunches and stuff for the fam in the morning. I almost got choked up. I got like almost a little misty. It's like, like seriously, thank you, Behringer, thank you for this one. I'm very, very excited.
To cook with, from chunky,
and I can't believe I didn't think I would be. The basses, Juno basses,
to visceral lead sounds.
The basses are what's up. All right, we're gonna go. All right. You guys get the hit, but we gotta play our boy, the man, the legend himself. Return to analog.
I've been Patch Dog, and to take us out with some inspirational lyrics, let's welcome Synth Samurai.
Mr. Synth Samurai himself.
Folks. Peace.
So awesome. So sick. That RD9 sounds nice.
There comes a moment in history when the ground trembles, not from war, but from sound. Behringer, instrument of the people, has risen not to flatter emperors, but to empower the worker, the dreamer, the street-born philosopher of tone. And now, the JN-80 arrives, a thunderclap in plastic and steel, a resurrection of the legendary spirit, not
so
for the
epic,
collector, but for the creators, not for the museums, but for the battlefields of the now.
Yes!
This machine will not whisper, it will roar across studios, bedrooms, stages, and the screens. It will set the world ablaze with chorused fire. Remember, it is not the price of your tools, but the purpose behind them. Let them hear your voice. Let them feel your will. The JN-80 is not just a synthesizer. It is a sound revolution.
Damn. Look at mic drop. Holy crap, man. Epic. Oh, man. Just phenomenal, man. Hats off to the samurai. Damn. All right. Oh, damn, you guys. That was so epic. So epic. Man. I was just not expecting that at all when it came on. And like, oh, especially I was like, yeah, it just was totally awesome. But man, yeah, I'm hyped for this thing, guys. I pre-ordered it. It's soon as hopefully I'm sure a lot of people did right off the bat. But I'm freaking so hyped. So hyped. Let's jump back in the chat here. See let's see. Pentasonic, what up? Let's see. Wait, let me read some of these comments. It's the price of a mini freak, right? That's insane. It's freaking insane. Yeah, it's, I can't. She might like the CX5 stuff, as people say it sounds. Oh, yeah. That's a good call. Probes, I should introduce her to that. Analog circuits is what made Juno 6 to 106 different. That's why the sound was... See, I'm pretty sure the chorus will be good because they chose to make it analog, the original, instead of implementing using digital emulation. I hope so. Because that is my one concern. I mean, fingers crossed. Like, please don't have dropped the ball or cheaped out on the chorus. And I don't think they would. I don't think they'd go to all this trouble of making this thing and not made one of the key elements fully loaded, baby. That's right. Also, that was the problem with JU-06. The only audio output was 3. Yeah. See, having the full... everything looks right on this thing. I'm telling you. George G's, is he in here? I missed George. What up, George? Thanks for jumping in. Well, you're getting this for sure, aren't you, George? You got to be. I know you are. No arpeggiator on the JU-06. See, that's why I'm so hyped on this thing. Oh, man. Yeah, CV gate inputs, outputs would be really nice. But not a deal breaker. I can live with that. Let's see. Hello, gorgeous. She is a beautiful thing. The bass sounds, yeah. That's what does it for me on the Junos. It's the bass. The basses are like, I'm gonna use those probably like, because I like to layer some of my bass sounds, with different synths, MIDI stuff together and play like, and then like pan them different ways, and having the Juno in there, an analog Juno in there, like, just my mind's just like going a million miles an hour with all the possibilities of like having a real analog Juno sound. No, what's up, Twin Cities? Epic. No movie night tonight. I guess. Damn JN-80. Man, it's hard to outshine this TCO. Hard as fuck to outshine the big news of the JN-80. Samurai killed it, dude. Yeah, absolutely perfect. He's the spokesman of the JN-80 forever now. I mean, he's sealed in like, in history, the books. Samurai should be appointed independent ambassador for the Big B. I agree. I mean, he already is, like, without, even if he's not official, right? Shit. Let's see. As a house head, I'm definitely getting this. I knew so, George. I knew you were going to get it. I think most people should get it. I mean, it seems like a no-brainer for the price. If you have the space, the room, you have a little bit extra dough. I mean, the price is insane. Insane. With taxes, it was $714 for a 8-voice fucking analog monstrosity with polyphonic aftertouch, and I can't wait to see like what you can do there. There's so much you might. I'm just synth fun. What up? I'm blown away. see, Behringer 909, never get tired of it. Dude, I've always wondered about that 909. I haven't seen that many people use it. Because I wasn't super like excited about their 808, and then they did that, an MK2 version of that, right? But I remember like for a long time when the 909 one came out, but it wasn't like available. It was like out of stock forever. Because there was a time where I was like actually gonna buy it, because they were really cheap at first. I think they were like $200 or $300. I think they might be a little more now. Everything's a little more now. But yeah, man, I'm excited for this. So yeah, had to pop on and just talk about it. Had to talk about, like, I wanted to see what you guys thought about that chorus. I'm feeling pretty confident that they didn't drop the ball on it. Will it be exact? I doubt it. I'm not gonna like sit here and think like for sure it's gonna be, one-on-one. You won't be able to tell a difference between an original. But I wonder, it's analog on those old ones. If you put 4 original 60s together and listen to each of those choruses or just the circuits. I mean, on most old synthesizers and analog stuff, they sound different from model to model. So that's always a consideration. You know what I mean? If as long as they got really pretty close to where, and from the sound of that demo that Patchdog did, like, wow, that was a glorious demo, man. I mean, I can't believe I thought the last thing that would happen to me would be I'd get any gas on the day something was released, and I dug it. So, and then, the hype with the Renegade stamp, the BroSense Network stamp of approval on there and stuff. It was like, all right, like, I'm gotta get this. Got it. So the RD9. Oh, Paul Avera's going to be here tomorrow. Hell yeah, or Friday. TCO, you got to go live with that thing. That thing has been intriguing me for a while. Sounds, all the demos and sounds of that thing is amazing. Congrats, dude. I can't wait to see what you do with that. I bet you could get some really Juno-ish type sounds on that too. This made me want another Juno. The JU-06 didn't do it for me, but damn, this looks so fun. Yeah, Banana Rider. I'm glad you said that. I mean, the JU-06 people say is really good. I believe that. And that was gonna be one of the things, like, because there's smaller things I've been adding, right? Like the Yamaha Reface CP was one I've been wanting for a long time. I have a list of some things at the Korg MS-20 Mini. There's some other things that I've been wanting to add that I'm just not in no hurry to, and the JU-06 is on that list. But now it's going to be crossed off with this thing, I think. Hopefully when I get it, I'll be as happy. Let's see. Yeah, the Pat will be interesting. Need to hear them in demo. Yeah, and use demos, exactly. Think you got the RD9 for $250. See, that's a steal. Do you like the way it sounds, Banana Rider? Is it pretty, like, have you felt good about it? The OGs all sound different. Probes knows, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Because I've heard that just like with the 2600s, like, what's that guy, that dude, Ralph, that does all the 2600 tutorials? He's like the man when it comes to the 2600 stuff, besides like Anthony Marinelli and stuff. But Ralph's been doing it since it came out and compared. He's got an original ARP, and he compares those. But he, like, hearing, yeah, those old analog circuits of anything, you're gonna get a sound variation there. Mini Moogs from, you put a Mini Moog from one year to the one a year later, like, that have aged. It's just so yeah, it's all yeah. But the chorus, I just hope it's convincing enough to make me, in my ear when I have it here in person and it's on my headphones or on my studio monitors, like, I want to be able to go, okay, there it is. That's that sauce, that little special spicy sauce I wanted. So let's see about the Korg. Hey, what's up, DJ Wojtek? What's going on, man? How are you? DJ Wojtek's probably got a real 60. Dude's got an insane collection. JN-80 looks tasty, doesn't it? It does. bought a Core KPR 77 drum machine in the 80s, and the cymbals sounded off. Exchanged it for another, and that sounded completely different. Yeah, kept the first one. Nice. I used the RD9 your last commentary track. Oh, Pentasonic, right on. That was a killer track too. Looking forward to what you guys do coming up. I kind of wish I would have jumped in on the in the lovers category, because I didn't realize, and I know like they're saying it's not too late or nothing, but I'm not gonna have time this week. I got stuff going on, but maybe I'll hit up Samurai or something. Be like, if I get time to put track. But I'm definitely gonna be in on the next one, guys, for sure. Hopefully I'll get this album out, and I won't be hoarding all my tracks that I'm working on, and we're trying to make the stuff that I want to do to release as my own thing. But we'll see. But yeah, I've been loving following along. You guys are all killing it. That was amazing. Let's see. And they were new. Oh yeah, they were new machines. That's funny. See, so yeah. Oh yeah, it's the house machine. It's so classic. And then running it through fuzz pedals and overdrive makes its own beast. Hell yes. You love the RD9, George. It hits hard, especially with the individual outs. You know, I'm gonna look. I wonder how much a used one. I wouldn't mind having one. Just, man, I really want to get a TR1000. Like DJ Wojtek's got one, but because I was thinking I plan on getting the Tempest. Right? Tempest has been one of those ones that's been on my list. I talked about it in a stream. You guys probably heard. Where, like the Quantum, something that I've been waiting. And it will happen. I'm going to get a Tempest. And people might think that's weird or whatever, but I have my own personal reasons for it. And I just think it's a collector's piece. But the part of me is like, don't get the Tempest. You know, maybe sell something else. Use that money for the Tempest and just get a freaking TR1000. But I think I'm going to hold off. That's too much for a damn drum machine, and I don't need that. Let's see. Oh yeah, Trader. Got to get in, Cave. Yeah, man. Yeah, I know. I will, for sure. Once this is done, which I'm hoping by early summer. Now I want to wait for the JN-60 for some of these tracks, or the JN-80. But I'm not. I'm just gonna keep going and working on it, and then maybe I'll go back and replace the tracks that I used, because I did use. There's some stuff that I've used, like I said, the VST Junos. The one on the MPC is actually really good, you guys. The what the hell is it called? Jura. That VST that they have in there for the Juno, I like it better than my Arturia one. I think it sounds gorgeous, especially with some outboard processing and stuff. I put it through the Chroma console for a little bit of like sweetener and just some texture, and it makes it sound closer to being real analog or whatever. But yeah, guys, well, hell yeah, I appreciate y'all hanging out, joining in. I just wanted to get on because I was hyped. After watching Echo's stream, I got more hyped, and I hope to see this thing do well for them. It makes me. There's been some other things they've announced, and it's been years now, as we all know. They announced at one point like hundreds of synthesizers that they've shown, like mock-ups or whatever, and I don't know if that was in their advertising strategy of feeling out people to see what was really interested. But obviously the CS80 clone, it's been 8-9 years since they announced that they first announced it, and then they showed something again like 3-4 years ago that they were still working on it. There was another post or something. I don't know if it was on their Facebook page or their... But man, now, I mean, I can't imagine how difficult that one is, to do. I know I've seen the inside, the circuitry, on those, just on videos. It's I mean, that has got to be just an unbelievable daunting task to try and release and make it even slightly affordable. So I'm not like mad about it, but there's some others. There's a few that I would really like to see. I really want to see them do the Buchla music easel that they announced. That would be something I would be all over and all about if they did, when they do. And I mean, things are coming, but then even it's funny because last year at NAMM they showed the what was the big BX the big dad of the FMs, not the DX7 but the big one, that had the CS80 filter in it, and then that never came to fruition. But then they showed the JN-80 in at NAMM, and then it comes out. So it makes you wonder. I guess I don't know what all goes into, how complicated these things are. I imagine reverse engineering stuff. It's got to be. It's not easy. But yeah, it would be nice to see like more of the stuff they've announced before, just come to fruition. And I'd love to see something new, something like the DeepMind, something like the Protein or the Neutron, which I know the Neutron is beloved. I haven't heard a whole lot or seen a whole lot with the Protein. I've seen it in some people's studios, but I don't know if that one's being if people are loving it as much as they did the Neutron. I'm kind of curious about that. Maybe I'll try. I'm sure there's some videos up, and they're not running across my my algorithm feed of whatever I've been looking up on YouTube. But let's see. I have the Juro, the Juro on the MPC 106. Yeah, Albanian knows it is. It's probably in the top 2 or 3, I think, of the plugins that I have. I don't have like the new Native Instruments ones and stuff, but yeah, the Juro is dope. Tempest does look badass. Only other drum machine I'm gassing for is the LM drum. Yeah, I thought about that. See, I played on one for a bit, and I don't know. I don't think I gave it enough time when it first came out, because I wasn't really impressed with it. I had something else at the time that was just kind of taking more of my attention. Trying to remember what it was, because it wasn't long after it came out. I borrowed one it was only for a couple weeks, so I don't think I got enough time on it. But hearing what Echo does with it and stuff, it sounds super dope. You'd rather get the Tempest than TR-1000? Yeah, Tempest is definitely coming. I think that's going to be my big purchase of the year, like my one kind of semi like large purchase. This one this JN-80 I had to jump on because it was like, I don't want to say it was like, it's not like $200-300 affordable, but I mean, for what it is, for $700 is like, I could not say no. So yeah, Tempest will be here, and I know a lot of people are like, why would you want the Tempest? But like, if Tempest owners know, when you watch videos on the Tempest, it's a 6-voice synth as well as a drum machine, a Dave Smith, sequential synthesizer, and it's just really deep and unique and interesting. It has like serious limitations, but like the type of limitations that lend to being ultra creative to come in. And I don't know. I've been admiring it from afar for so long and wanting it. And then when it got discontinued, I was like, okay, I need to get one. And then it skyrocketed in price, and they were going for like almost $3,000 for a little bit there. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to go there. And then slowly I've been watching, just like I did with my Quantum MK1. I watched, and then I noticed like, okay, it's starting to dip down, and these dip down, and then finally I found one for the deal that I was willing to do, and now I'm seeing, what something that just drives me nuts is when people post used gear to sell on like Reverb or eBay or whatever. I mostly look at Reverb a lot, or even like the Sweetwater Gear Exchange, or but when people post their own pictures and they don't even fucking dust it off wipe it, clean up fingerprints and fucking hair all over it and shit. It's like, come on, guys, you're out, you couldn't even take a minute to like wipe it down to clean it and stuff. Like, it's so like, you'll be like, oh, there's a really good deal, and then you look at the pictures and you're like, Jesus, it looked like you just ate crackers over it while your cat fucking laid on it and shit. Like, yeah. I always worry when it comes to used gear like that, but you can at least clean it up, guys. Like, I mean, it's just a real pet peeve of mine when I see that. It's like, what kind of fucking lazy person are you? You took the time to take all these pictures of it, but it looks like literally like your animals were laying on it. There's hair all over it and like dust and fingerprints and and anyhow, it's first world problems, but it just drives me nuts. I get fucking really pissed. Let's see. Chroma console. Hell yeah. What's up? This world needs a hero. Thanks for jumping in, dude. Chroma console's the shit, dude. Yeah, it's a staple now. And I waited. I didn't get it for a long time. I wanted it when it came out, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna hold off. And I finally just got one. It was just last summer. I finally got one, and it's become beloved. I've been using it on everything, almost everything. It's one of those pedals. It's like my Electron Analog Heat. I use that almost on everything that I run through for saturation, especially on all my digital stuff. But yeah, it's one of those just staple effects in the arsenal. It's a forever studio weapon for sure. Let's see, the best Juno VSCs are the Roland ACB plugin and Tao Uno. Haven't tried those Pedasonic. Sounds cool. But hopefully I won't even care anymore now about VSTs on it. We'll see. I don't know. I still like to do stuff in the box sometimes. But I'll have to check those out for sure. Let's see. Oh, the Prophet 5 clone. The BX1. Yeah, the Prophet 5 clone. Yes. That would be one I would love to see. Yeah, because that's another one that's so expensive. A Prophet 10. They need to do a Prophet 10. But I don't know, with Sequential still doing those, they're still releasing those, aren't they? I don't know how that'd work for patents and all that. To be fair, they're still building their new factory and stuff. Is that right? Okay. And they're fully automatic super robot factory. I work on maintenance and I've done automation for years, electrical and stuff. I should go like hit them up for a job, huh? Go work there and get all the free cents, get to see the development. Go to their weird little city in China. The JT16 Jupiter 8 clone along to that's another one, Synth Fun. Yes. A Jupiter 8. I mean, a CS80, a Jupiter 8. We're getting now we're getting a Juno 60. They're doing all these classics. Those ones, I mean, obviously the Jupiter 8 and CS80 are two of probably the all-time greatest considered synths, right? When it comes to the old analogs, yeah, that would be one I would definitely have my eye on. What was the other one they showed that was actually playing last year besides the BX1? There was another one. Was that the JT16? Or what? Or was that one of the ones they had? Some that like weren't playing, but I thought they had two. There was something besides the BX1. Wasn't the JN, right? The JN-80 wasn't there last year, right? That just came out, or maybe I don't know. There's so many. They've announced so many. That Buchla one is the one I'm really really excited about. JN-80 plus JT16. Oh man, can you imagine? Waiting for the BE-SOL probes. Me too. That is the one. Because you know how many times I've looked at that and thought about getting a real, music ESOL, a Buchla. And I'm kind of getting some of that itch scratched with the Voltage Lab 2. Because it's got some of that crazy Buchla stuff, but with their own twist on it. But just having the real deal, I would love to just play with one, especially an affordable one. That'd be a no-brainer, instant buy for me. Tempest was great, but I did not live up to it. It was too complicated to me. Yeah, DJ Wojtek, I heard it's definitely not for everyone. I know for a fact just what it is based off of, to me, what I know that it is, that I'm willing to, it'll be a lifetime piece of something that I might not even be using it in my music, but just having the iconic, to me, the collaboration between Roger Lynn and Dave Smith together. Dave's no longer with us. Roger Lynn has specified he's never going to make another drum machine. So it's the last, drum machine from one of my huge heroes, with Dave Smith, another one of my heroes. It's almost like, as much as I want to use it to make music and stuff, I would put it in a glass case as it's, to me, it's just it's a piece that's just like a piece of history. It's hard to describe. It's got a lot of it would have extreme sentimental value to me, because of what it is, who created it, and what does. And I want to dive into it and make, sample it. I'd probably make stuff on it and then sample it into other stuff. I don't know. I'm not sure, but it's something I've just looked at for so many years and for so long, and it's just been one of those things that I dearly, dearly wanted, and it's time. It's time. I'm getting one. There's some crossover for LM Drum and MPC as a sampler, but it gives it a sick lo-fi flavor with the analog aspect. I could see that, Banana. Yeah, I'd like to spend some more time with one. It's just so damn big. If it had a little bit smaller footprint, and I appreciate all the faders and everything and the way it's set up, it's just a huge fucking drum machine to have, especially with I have the Perkins and my Electron boxes and then the MPC. It's like having another big box that's just drums. That's not the Tempest. The Jomox is also, the Jomox Alpha Bass 2 is also one that I've looked at. I'm not going to be getting that one, but let's see. There's some, oh yeah. Those dang cats eating crackers on gear gets me. Yeah, it's what's up, Destructo? Man, I don't know why it's such a pet peeve to me, because you'll see something like a really good deal. It's like, oh, that looks like a good deal, and the shipping doesn't look bad, and then you start looking at the pictures all close, like, oh my god, what, are you just there's Cheeto dust all over it, and it's like you just didn't, you had no respect for your gear to let it look like that at all in the first place. To me, I would never sometimes things get dusty, don't get me wrong, dust happens, you know what I mean, but the Hydrosynth right now has, I could go over and dust off Hydra right now. I can see, because this time of year with the heater on, it gets, the vents, it gets a little dustier and stuff. But I try and, once a week at least, get in and dust my stuff all off. But when you're fucking selling it, you want it to look good. You're trying to make people buy it. It's just what is, imagine, the type of person that would, what is going on in your head? If you're going to go, I don't know. It's like going to sell your car and I'm going to driving it through the mud and getting it all filthy and throwing twigs on it and leaves and debris all over it, and then taking pictures of it. Check out this car. Dude, take it to the car wash real quick, yeah, it's just bizarre. He's so great for random generative stuff, for sure. For sure. JT16 is that the one they had there? But that one wasn't plugged in, right? I remember there was two of them. Let's see. Jervis and Recon, Cats and Crackers. Yeah, those two. I guarantee Jervis cleans up his studio though. But it was funny because what's his name? EA Ski. I was watching a live of his a while ago, a year ago or something, and he was talking, and he's like, I saw this guy on video, and he lets his cats in his studio, and they lay all over his studio and his desk, and he was all freaked out, and I was thinking about that. I was like, I bet that was Jervis that he saw. It was he couldn't believe it. He was like, yeah, funny shit. But All right, guys. Well, I do have to get up early. I have a refresher training course. I get to stay in town tomorrow, so company's gonna buy breakfast and lunch, but I do have to be there hella early. I think I got to be there at 5:30. So 9 o'clock here. I should be getting off and getting to sleep. I appreciate you guys chilling, hanging out. We'll see. Hopefully, it's not quite as long a wait for. They're saying it says May. That seems like a long wait. That's one thing. That's the only like big thing I don't like about, and it's better than it used to be. Is when Behringer like releases these videos, we have a brand new product and stuff, and then it's like, but it's still 6, 8 months, sometimes a year before you could get it. It was at least 6 months in the past. Now they're saying 3. That's getting reasonable. So hopefully it's getting better. But yeah. Cheers to you guys, man. Thank you guys. Let's think, Banana Rider, Mecha Destructo Probes, the Albanian Syndicate, Synth Fun, DJ Wojtek, who did I miss there? George G's, This World Needs a Hero, Panasonic. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody here. Appreciate all you guys. Have a good night, and I'm gonna pop on this weekend, do some live streams with the new camera over the top view, and I'm gonna show the echolocator, and I think I'm gonna do it with the vocoder VC340, and then run, because I can play stuff through that, and then I can run signals through that too. You know what I mean? I can run other synths and do vocals with it too, maybe, and do some trippy stuff just to show off, because I really like this pedal a lot. I think it's dope. Echolocator. I keep wanting to call it the echolocation, but it's echolocator. Anyhow, so I'll probably pop on maybe we'll see, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday. I don't have a set schedule. I'm gonna try and come up with like at least one night a week where I do a set one, to kind of make like a show type thing of it. We'll see. I'm working this whole thing out. But right on, guys. Renegades, be good to yourselves. Be good to other people. And just be a fucking good person, And remember, PMA, positive mental attitude, all day, every day.